Hi guys, today is day 32 of our programming class. So today we'll be seeing important topic. Maybe you have heard this question everywhere. Okay, that is Armstrong number and strong number and other programs also we'll see. We can only do these programs if your string concept is very clear. Okay, and I think till now the inbuilt methods of strings you have understood. Okay, so let's see what is Armstrong number. Okay, what is Armstrong number? So what I'll do is first I'll go to Google, okay, and I have searched already what is Armstrong number, and maybe my voice is not audible to you. I'll do one thing. I'll put the microphone here. Okay. Yes. Okay. So Armstrong number, okay, is a number that is equal to the sum of the cubes of its digit. Okay. So see, I want you to understand this is the answer not by Google. This is the highlighted answer by the Google. Okay, it's not the answer by the Google. Google company did not tell this, but if you see the website, right? If you see the website here, Java T point is telling. Okay, Java T point is telling that Armstrong is this. So that is Google is showing that to you. So please don't think whatever Google is telling that is 100% right. Okay, what Google is doing is it is showing someone some information from the internet. That's it. And what I want you to understand is this is wrong. Okay, this is wrong. Armstrong number is a number that is equal to the sum of the cubes of its digit. Okay, let's see. For example, let's take the number 153. What it is telling, if there is 153, okay, what it is telling, let's see carefully. Maybe some of you already know what is Armstrong number, but there are beginners here. Again, I'll read slowly. Armstrong number is a number that is equal to the sum of what? Something. Agree or not? Okay, sum of something. Can you see here sum of cubes? Yes. So if you see it is sum of cubes, what you have to understand, it is sum of something. Okay, and I told you whenever you hear the question as sum of something, what should come to your mind? Sum is equal to sum plus something. So immediately I got to know, yes, I definitely have to use sum is equal to sum plus something. So here I'll write that sum is equals to sum plus something here. Okay, because they have told you have to add something plus something plus something. Now what is that something, right? Yes, what is that something? So here they have told sum of what? Sum of cube of its digits. Sum of cube of its digit. Okay, cube of its digit means like this. Here how many digits are there? 1 is a digit, 5 is a digit, 3 is a digit. So what they are asking you is they are telling you cube those digits, 1 cube, 5 cube, 3 cube. That's what they are telling you. And you have to do what? You have to add them. What is 1 cube? 1. 5 cube? 125. 3 cube? 27. Okay. So 127. So 27, can I write it as 25 plus 2? Yes. I am just splitting, 27 can be written as 25 plus 2. 125 plus 25 is 150. 150 plus 2 is 152. Plus 1 is 153. So 153 is our answer, which is same as the given question. That is why 153 is called as what? Armstrong number. Okay. So what we are doing here? We are doing cube of a number. What is that number? That is a digit. Okay. So we are doing cube of a digit. So here what should I tell? Okay. Digit. Okay, digit what? Digit cube I have to tell. Digit cube. Is it clear? Digit cube I have to tell. That's it. Okay, digit cube. So let's take other example. I hope you have understood. Please take notes of this. Okay. So let me take another example here. Don't save. Let's check other things. Okay. So 370 is there. Okay, let's say 370 or 371. Okay, let's do that. 371. So if 371 is our number, what they are telling, each digit is there. No, each digit 371 is individual digits. That digits cube you have to do cube. So I'm doing cube here. After doing cube, we have to add them because sum of. So I think now you have understood. What you're doing, we are adding. What you're adding? You're adding cubes of something. Agree or not? You're adding cubes of something. What is a something? That is digit. So you're adding the cubes of digit. Sum of the cubes of the digit. And if you look at that, definition, equal to the sum of cube of its digit. Same thing they are trying to tell. and if I calculate now, 3 cube is 27, okay, and 7 cube, oh god, okay, 1 cube is 1, 7 cube, you know what it is, 7 7 49, 49 to 7, 6, you know, I'm sorry, okay, maybe it is 343, okay, 343, okay. So what I'll do is 27, okay, 27 plus 343, okay, it is 370, okay, 370 plus 1 is 371, okay. So it is same as what, same as our given question, right? Yes, I'll please, you know, take a note of this, take a note of this, okay. So we got that. So you have understood, right? So this is their definition, but actually it is not the case. Why? Maybe let me ask the Google, you know, 4-digit Armstrong number I want to know. Okay, yeah, Armstrong number between 1 to 10,000. So I'll click that. Okay, let's see. Okay, so can you see here 1634, right? 1634 or let's say 8208. Yes, 8208 is a Armstrong number they are telling. Let's check that whether it is Armstrong number or not. I'll tell like this. So I'll tell don't save. Okay, don't save. So here I'll write 8208. Okay, so 8 cube I have to do plus 2 cube plus 0 cube plus 8 cube I will do. Okay, so 8, what is 8 cube? 8 into 8 is 64. 64 into 8. Okay, 64 into 2 into 2 into 2. Okay, this is 120, 128, 256, 5112, 5112. Maybe I don't know. Okay, 5112, and if this is 5112, this is also 5112. So 5112 plus 5112 is 1024. 1024 I'll write. 0 cube no need to write. 2 cube is 8. So if I write 8 here, that is 1032, right? And don't you think it is not same? It is not same. That is why it is not cube of something. Okay, it is not cube of the digit. Okay, I wanted you to understand that. It is not, because most of you maybe who knew Armstrong number thought it is a cube. It is not the cube. So it is now it is the power of 4. When I had 5, I don't know, maybe 153 as a number, here how many digits are there? 3 digits are there. That is why it was power of 3. Okay, this is not the way. Okay, let me put it in a red color here. You know, this is not the way. This is wrong. You can take note of this. This is wrong. Okay, actually you should not have done like this, right? What you have to do for this number, so you have to think in this number how many digits are there. Don't think there are 4 digits. If there are 4 digits, what you should have done, I'll tell you. So this is not the way. I'll clear this first. Okay, for 153, you know, 3 2 1 go. Okay, so I have the number 8208. So how many digits are there here? Okay, 4 digits are there. So what I have to do is 8 to the power 4 plus 2 to the power 4 plus 0 to the power 4 plus 8 to the power 4. Okay, and what is 8 to the power 4? Let me take calculator. You know, I am not good at this. Okay, so calculator, you know, calculator. Okay, let's see. 8 to the power 4, so 8. Where is power here? Power is now, so let's multiply 8 into 8. 8 becomes 8 square into 8 into 8. That becomes 4096. Okay, so let me write here 4096. If this is our 4096, this is also 4096 only. Okay, and 2 to the power 4. What is 2 to the power 4? 2 power cube is 8, 16. It becomes 16. What is 4096 plus 4096? It becomes 2 carry. Okay, 6 plus 6 is 2. 1 carry. So 9, 18, 19. Again one more carry here, 1 and here 8. So 8192 plus I have 16 here, and 6 plus 2 is 8, right? 6 plus 2 is 8. No, nothing carry. 1 plus 9, you know, 6 plus 2 is 8. 1 plus 9 is 10. 1 carry. That 1 adds here, so it becomes 2, and 8208. You know, we got the same answer, right? Yes, we got the same answer. So I hope you understood. You know, this is Armstrong number. So if I done cube, it was not the answer, but now I have done to the power 4, right? When I have done to the power 4, I got my answer, which means Armstrong number is a number which is sum of okay, sum of digits, sum of each number to the raised to the power. How many digits are there? Okay, here how many digits are there? 4 digits are there. So it is sum of each number raised to the power total number of digits. So as you can see, right, if I have to think, so once I have done, see, before writing the program, what you have to do? Before writing the program, see, what I see is many people directly they'll start, public static void main, they'll start the for loop. Whenever you find a new question like this, you have to draw. So when you draw, you have understood now, okay, this is how I have to add. So now what you have to think is, as I told you in the class, you have to understand which logic you have to use. So you are seeing that addition is happening, right? Something plus something is happening, right? Something plus something. So whenever you see that, what should come to your mind? You have to see, okay, so what you have to do is sum is equal to sum plus something, that you have to understand. Now what is that something? That something is number raised to the power, how many digits are there? Okay, fine. So I hope you have understood here. So let me write the code. Let me write the code and show it to you. Okay, I'll tell don't save. Okay, so here, okay. Okay, so first, let's imagine I have a number. What is the number? 8208. This is my number. Now whenever you want to do this operation, what you want to do? Individually I want to tell 8 to the power 4 individually. So I have to take only 8. Then I have to add it with one more number, 2 to the power 4. Then I have to take only 2. Agree? Then I have to tell 0 to the power 4. I have to take only 0. For that I have to tell the power. Then I have to take again only 8 to the power 4. So what you are noticing is each character, don't think each character individually I am taking them from the number. Yes, and when this comes, I have told you, it is very easy if I convert to string. Imagine if I had converted it to string, don't think using s dot caret of 0 I can take the number 8. Using s dot caret of 1 I can take the number 2. Using s dot caret of 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, I can take these individual characters. Yes, first what I have to do is I have to tell my string, yes, this is my integer n, right? Integer n. I have to tell my string s is equals to whatever integer value you have to convert to string. Now the question is, how do you convert an integer to string? As I told you, okay, lot of times, maybe hundreds of times I told you, empty string plus anything, string plus anything is string. Okay, string plus anything is string. That's why empty string plus n I'll tell. Now what happens is, I have a string s where I have 8208 as a string here. If I have a string, definitely I have the index also. Index is 0, 1, 2 and 3. I got the index. Now definitely to access these characters, I have to write a for loop, right? I will write a for loop. So let me write a for loop here. Okay, I will write a for loop. For int I should start from where? Don't you think I have to access the 0th character? I should start from 0. I should go till 3. Yes, I should go to 0, I should go to 1, I should go to 3, and 0, 1, 2, 3. Don't you think all these I values are less than 4? Yes, 0, 1, 2, 3. These 0, 1, 2, 3 values, don't you think they are less than 4? And what is 4? 4 is nothing but your s dot length, and I plus plus I will tell. Okay, inside this for loop, we'll see other things later, but definitely we know one thing for sure, that is here sum is equals to sum plus something is happening. Okay, sum is equal to sum plus something is happening, that we know we know for sure. So I have written this for loop. Okay, now what is that something, right? Now what I have to do is, don't you think I have to take this 8 character first? I have to take the 8 character. 8 character if I take, what should I do with that 8? I have to tell 8 to the power 4. What is that 4? That 4 is how many digits are there in this string, which means, don't you think it is nothing but how many characters are there in the string? How do you tell how many characters that are there in the string? By telling s dot length. By telling the length method. Okay, by telling the length method, you will get to know how many characters are there in the string. So in the 153, okay, in 153, how many characters are there? If I have a string 153, don't think if I tell s dot length, I'll get 3 as the answer. Here also same thing. What I have to do is, I have to tell, okay, what's the length of that string? What's the length of the string? So length, I will tell like this. Length is a variable of the type integer. Yes, 4 is a length, 3 is a length, 3 and 4 are integers. How can I get this length? You can get that length by telling string s dot length. So if you tell s dot length, you will get one length. I hope it is clear. What is that length? How many digits are there? So now what is s dot length? 4. So don't you think length will contain 4? Yes. So what do you have to do now? Okay, what you have to do is 8. Okay, 8 to the power. What you have to do? 8 to the power. To the power of what? To the power of 4. 4 is nothing but length. So 8 to the power of length you have to tell. 8 to the power of length. And I have told you, if you have 2 to the power 3, what do you have to do? You have to tell math dot power. Inbuilt method you have to use. So if I erase this, okay, if I undo this, I'll undo this. Okay, what you have to do now? For each character, so I'll tell here math dot power, I'll call math dot power. I hope it is clear. Math dot power I am calling. Here I am telling something to the power something. Okay, something to the power something. Okay, what is that something here? That is len, right? That is 8 to the power 4. Then I have to remove 8. 2 to the power 4. Then 0 to the power 4. Then 8 to the power 4. So this length, that to the power 4 will be 4 only, right? That will not change, right? Something to the power 4. If you notice, to the power 4, to the power 4, to the power 4. So to the power 4 will be there as it is. That is why in the math dot power method, that length variable will not decrease, will not increase. It will be 4 only. But what will change? The individual digits will change, First I have to take 8 only, then I have to take 2 only, then I have to take 0 only. Agree? Yes. So till that we have understood. I will undo all these unwanted markers. Okay, I have removed it. Okay. So we have understood that something, right, to the power 4. What is that something now? That is individual digit. And how do you take 8 from there? How do you take 8 from there? You can take 8 by telling s dot char et of I. I hope it is clear. Yes, is it clear? Okay, so sum is equal to sum plus something is happening. What is that something? If you notice, sum is equal to sum. When I told you, whenever you see something plus something plus something plus something addition you are seeing, what you have to do is you have to think this is nothing but sum is equal to sum plus something. Okay, sum is equal to sum plus something. What is that something? What is that 8 to the power 4? What is 2 to the power 4? What is 0 to the power 4? If you notice that 4, 4, 4 is common everywhere, and if you analyze that 4 is nothing but length of a string. That's why first only before the for loop you are extracting the length of a string and storing it a variable n. That variable length, in that length variable you are using in the math dot power. Okay, and what is keeping on changing here? 8204 are keep on changing. That 8204 is nothing but s dot caret of I, s dot caret of I, s dot caret of I. Is it clear? Your I will change and you are picking the characters of different indexes. That's our Armstrong number, and at the end, okay, we'll see. I hope you have understood here. Let me take this, please take the notes of this. Okay, I hope you are taking appropriate notes here. Pause the screen, take the notes. Let me go to the code, right? Simple. Okay. Let's imagine I have int n is equals to 8208. Okay. First, what should I do? Okay. First, I have to tell string s. Okay. String s is equal to, first you convert. Okay, there is a problem here. Okay. String s is equals to empty string plus n. Okay. So n local. Okay. So first I am converting that to string. As soon as I get a string, immediately I can find the length. Is it clear? Immediately I can find the length here. Okay. So if you want, before that I will, give one small program. You can take that. So what the program is? Write a program to find. Okay, how many digits are there in the number? Okay, in the number. So you have to find how many digits are there in the number. How can you do that? So what they will input is they will give one number, right? They will give a number. Actually, there is no inbuilt method where you can get to know how many numbers are there total. See, if you notice here, there is one number, 2 digit. This is called as a digit. Third digit and fourth digit. There are 4 digits. So you have to tell there are 4 digits. But how can you do that? Easy way is convert to string and find string dot length. So here I can tell at the end system dot. Okay. I'm very sorry. Some problem in the keyboard. Okay. System dot, okay, caps lock, system dot out dot println,
Okay, what I'll print is I'll tell to the user, total, okay, total digits are, okay, total digits are. Now I want, if I tell in double quotes, it will print as it is, right? And I want to fix a variable now. That's why I'll tell s dot length. I will tell, okay, length. So now what I'm telling is total digits are, and I'm finding the length of the string. So for 8208, the length is 4. Okay, this is a small program. If you are basic, if you are beginner, you have to understand this. So if I execute, total digits are 4. You add some more number, 4. Okay, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 4 more digits I have added. What will happen? That number is connected to string, and you are finding string dot length 8. Okay, so you can take this screenshot. Okay, take this as your program also. Okay, okay. So now let's go to that Armstrong program, right? Okay. Armstrong. Let me delete this. Okay. Armstrong. Okay, Armstrong. Arm. M is missing. Okay, Armstrong. We'll remove this. So as soon as I get my length, as soon as I get my string, okay, what I have to do? I have created a string. Why? I have created a string because using string I can access individual characters. Not only that, because it is in the string format, I can get to know how many total digits are there. So int len is equals to s dot length, right? Yes, that is very important because I should know how many digits are there. Something to the power something I have to do. I want this length. Done. Next, what do we have? I have to create a sum variable. So int sum is equals to 0. Int sum is equals to 0. Okay. So I'll write a for loop where int I should start from 0. I is less than s dot length. Okay, I plus plus. I have told each and everything about for loop. I have told about all the how you can declare a for loop, right? Everything I have told about for loop. So there should be no doubt here if you have practiced. Okay. So next, sum is equals to sum plus something. Okay, m is missing again. Sum is equal to sum plus something. Okay, I have written bracket here. Now what is that something? That something is like this. Okay, that is math dot power, inbuilt method, math dot power. Okay, so what? Something to the power len, right? Something to the power len, something to the power len. What is that something? Okay, that is, what is that? That is s dot char. Okay, s dot char at of I, s dot char at of I. This is what I have to tell. I know there is a lot of other brackets, so let me remove this brackets. Unnecessary bracket I will remove. Okay. Now, okay, let me write like this. Power method is there. Okay, let me write okay, so that we will understand clearly. Definitely I will trace this now only. I will trace this now. Let's see what will happen. Let me put a smaller n value, right? N value is 153. I will trace it, you just watch it. Okay. So what I'll tell is drawing. Okay, so color is here. I'll choose black or red. Let me choose red color. So when, okay, my memory, right? In my memory there is n value which is 153. Okay, I have string s. In the string s I have empty string plus n, means whatever is in the n, same thing you convert to string. I am telling. If I have string like that, I have indexes also. So let me change the color here so that I can write the indexes. 0, 1 and 2 are the indexes of this string. Okay. Next, what and all are in the memory? I have created the len. So len is a variable which is containing what? Length of the string. What is the length of the string? 3. Yes, 3 it will contain. And next, in this line, what have I done? I have created sum equal to 0. So sum becomes 0. Next, I have created variable I equal to 0. Yes, so what happens here? I becomes 0. Yes, your I is initialized to 0. After initialization, what will happen? Condition it will check. Is 0 less than s dot length. What is s dot length? Length of the string is 3. So is 0 less than 3? Yes. If condition is true, control will come inside the for loop. When the control comes inside the for loop, what is happening here? Sum is equal to sum plus. What's the value of sum? Yes, as you can see, the value of sum is 0 plus power, math dot power. Okay, telling your power. So whenever there is a method, it will always come to the innermost bracket. See, when you have many brackets like this, always what it comes is control will come to the innermost bracket. Okay, what is innermost bracket here? The innermost bracket is I value. So it will first replace that value. What's the I value? 0. So I value will go and 0 will come here. 0 will come. What is s dot caret of 0? S dot caret of 0 is 1. S dot caret of 0 is what? It is 1. Is it clear? It is 1. Okay. So tell me, okay, we'll see that later. 1, comma, len value. What is the len value? 3. So 3, okay, this will happen. And this bracket, can you see this bracket? Yes, I have written these brackets here, okay. So this is a bracket of what? Mat dot power. This is a bracket of mat dot power. So power of 1 cube, what is 1 to the power 3? 1 to the power 3 is 1 only. 1 to the power 3 is 1 only. So 0 plus 1 will happen. What is 0 plus 1? 1. Where are you storing? You are storing in the left hand side variable sum. So sum will become what? 0 plus what? 1. 0 plus 1. It will happen. Then what will happen? Then closing bracket of for loop is seen. Whenever there is a closing bracket of for loop, what will happen? I plus plus will happen. So I plus plus, your I value from 0 becomes what? 1. Your I value from 0 changes to 1. As soon as your I plus plus happens, again it will check the condition, right? Always it will check the condition. So what is the latest value of I? 1. So latest value of I is 1. Is 1 less than s dot length? It will check, is I less than s dot length? Is 1 less than s dot length? Yes, 1 is less than 3. Condition is true. Control will come inside. When the control comes inside now, okay, let me erase this. Okay, let me erase this. Okay. Okay. Actually, okay, so okay, let me erase this. I'll erase this also, okay, and I will be erasing this also. Okay, let's see now. Okay, so when the control comes, yes, here, what is the sum value? As you can see, sum value is 0 plus 1. Let me write 0 plus 1 only. It will be easy for us to understand. Don't think my sum value is 0 plus 1. So let me write 0 plus 1. Yes, let me write 0 plus 1 plus mat dot power of control will come to the innermost I value. What is the I value? 1. What is s dot caret of 1? S dot caret of 1. S dot caret of 1 is 5. So you see, I am taking that 5. So I am taking that. So 5 here. 5 is there here. 5. Comma. Length. What is the length? It is still 3 only. So 3. This 5 comma 3 is inside where? It is inside power method. Right? It is inside power method, It is inside power method. So 5 cube you are doing. So 5 cube, 5 cube. You are doing what? 5 cube. So can I write 1 as 1 cube? Yes, let's write 1 cube so that we'll understand properly. 1 cube, I'll write it as 1 cube only. So what you're adding now? You're adding 0 plus 1 cube plus 5 cube. You're adding 0 plus 1 cube plus 5 cube. Let's not calculate that. Let's not calculate. Let's keep it as it is. But think, where am I storing this? I'm storing this in sum. So my sum will become 0 cube, 0 plus 1 cube plus 5 cube. I hope it is clear. It will become like that. Then after that, what is that? Closing bracket is there. So whenever there is a closing bracket, right? Whenever there is a closing bracket, what will happen? Yes, whenever there is a closing bracket, your I plus plus will happen. Okay, your I plus plus will happen. Oh, what is your current I value now? Your current I value is 1. Your current I value is 1. So if I plus plus happens, your I will become what now? I will become 2. Okay, your I will become 2. Let me clear this. Okay, so it's enough. Okay. I will become, so I plus plus happens, I becomes 2. So is it 2? Is it less than s dot length? Yes. Is 2 less than 3? Yes, 2 is less than 3. Control will come inside. First it will evaluate the sum value. What's the sum? As you can see in the memory, sum value is 0 plus 1 cube plus 5 cube. Yes, 1 cube plus 5 cube. I know I should have evaluated, but let's not evaluate. I want to keep as it is. Okay, yes, 5 cube. So plus mat dot power of inner bracket I value is 2. If I value is 2, what is s dot caret of 2? S dot caret of 2, s dot caret of 2 is 3. It is 3. It is 3. 3 comma length. What is the length? 3. So 3 comma 3 means 3 cube will happen. So here 3 cube will come. So where am I storing this addition? I am storing this in sum. So my sum becomes 0 plus 1 cube plus 5 cube plus 3 cube, it becomes 3 cube here. Okay, I hope it is clear. Then what will happen? Definitely again I plus plus happens, again I plus plus. So I plus plus means I value becomes 3, I value becomes 3. Now it will check the condition. Okay, I, what is the I value? 3. Is it less than length of the string? What is length of the string? 3. Is 3 less than 3? No, condition is false. When the condition is false, control will come out of the loop. Okay, now when the control comes out of the loop, what should I check? What is my sum value? Don't you think my sum value will be 153? Yes. Okay, after this my sum value will be, okay, sum value will be what? 153. 153. Yes, let's print that sum. Let's print that sum. I want to print that sum. Let's check. Okay, so system dot out dot print ln. Okay, I want to print what? I want to print sum. I want to print what? Sum. Here let's system, right? So how many of you thinking that we will get the correct answer? As you can see, one of the problem we have encountered. What's the problem? The problem is very simple, and you have to understand that whenever you are using math.power, see, I have told you all the inbuilt methods, right, of the math class, so that your programming will be very easy. So I told you your power method, it returns one double value. Power method returns one double value. So imagine if it returns one double value, this is a double value. What is double plus integer? What is double plus integer? Double plus integer, right? Double is 8 byte, integer is 4 bytes. 8 byte plus 4 byte, okay, don't think 12 byte, it is 8 byte only, because internally typecasting will happen. Okay, so can see double plus integer is double only. So this is a double, double plus integer is double. Can you store the double in a integer type variable? Can you store the double in a integer type variable? No, right? That's why what we can do is, I can tell, hey, whatever double answer you have, you typecast to int. Typecast to int. We have already discussed things about this. So that's it. Now I'll compile. Now compilation no problem. Compilation no problem, right? But if I execute, please pause this video and think carefully. Will I really get that answer or not? Will I really get that answer? As you can see, 399177 is our answer. Why is it like that? Because the fundamentals you have forgot. You have forgot. I have taught you, but you have forgot. But don't worry, from today you will not forget. Okay. So let's see. Okay. What is actually happening, right? We have to really understand that problem. What is actually happening? You tell me one thing, okay? If I tell, if I write one, let me take the pen here, okay. If I write, think and tell me, if I write a plus 0, what is the answer? What is your answer? We have done this in the class. What is the answer? Is it a0? Is it a0? Because you are thinking a string plus anything is a string, you are thinking concatenation will happen, you are thinking, hey, don't think like that. String concatenation is there. It is not a string, it is not double quote here, it is a single quote, it's a character. If it was a string, you are right, this was the answer, but this is not a string now. Can you see double quotes or single quotes? It's a single quote, it's not a double quote. So it is not a string. If it is not a string, string concatenation will not happen. Is it clear? So I have already told this, right? So let me, yes. So here, where is the pen? Okay. So what I'm asking is a plus 0. So I told you, right, what happens. So let me tell again. So what happens is, first the compiler will check now, okay. Is the yes operation should I do? Compiler will think, yes, I have to do operation. Addition I have to do, compiler will think. So it will try to think, is it of the same type? Is it of the same type? It will think. So your 0 is of what type? 0 is of integer type. But this is of what type? This is of character type. So compiler will think now, it will think, I can't do operation between two different types, right? I told you, always operation between same type is possible. Now operation between character type and integer type is there. Okay, operation between character type and integer type is there. Different types compiler can't do. That's why compiler will try to typecast. Compiler will bring them to the same level. Compiler will bring them to the same level. Now the question is, compiler is a good person. Okay, he will not do something, he will not try to waste something. So what happens is, your integer is of how many bytes? Your integer is of 4 bytes. 4 bytes. Your character is of how many bytes in the memory? It is 2 bytes in the memory. Okay, you think and tell me, now if both has to be same level, you have two options. Okay, your char, okay, I am doing according to your visual here, char is this side for you, your char is 2 bytes, your integer is 4 bytes. Tell me, should the 4 bytes who have this integer is a person who has reached high in his life, he has done very good things in his life, so his reputation is high. So should we bring down his reputation to 2 bytes? Okay, should the compiler do like that? No, compiler is a good person, so he will not reduce anyone's reputation. Agree? But what he will do? Someone is in the 2 byte, right? Someone is in the lower reputation, right? He will give them the higher reputation. So what happens is here from the 2 bytes, it is bring back to 4 bytes so that they are in the same type, they are in the same level. Is it clear? Okay, so integer, okay, yes, according to you, this side is your integer, okay, integer is 4 bytes. So you have what here? You have char, which is 2 bytes. So what happens now? Your 2 bytes is brought back to 4 bytes, so that same thing will happen. So what you can think like this also, sir, we can bring this to here so that they are the same type, but bringing down is reducing the reputation. That will not happen. So we can increase the reputation. So that is what is happening. 2 bytes is made to 4 bytes, so that matching will happen. That's why you have to understand, compiler will try to do something. Okay, what is that? Compiler will try to convert this character to integer. So this black color typecasting you are seeing, compiler will place that. When compiler places that, what happens? I told you, if you tell int of a character, its ASCII value is given to you. And what is the ASCII value of a? 65. So 65 plus 0 is done finally. And 65 plus 0 is 65. Okay, answer is 65. We have already done this in the class. Okay. So if you want, I can I will allow you to take the notes of this. Okay. So now I will clear everything. Okay. So this you have understood, which means you think and tell me, if I am telling the power, I have told character here, s dot character of I have told. Initially I have here 153, right? 153 I had. If I had 153, what are the indexes here? Indexes 0, 1 and 2. Please understand the problem here. Now I am telling you what is the problem, because you will not understand the solution if you don't know what is the problem. So let's understand what is the problem. So initially what happens? Initially what happens is you are telling s dot character of I value is 0. What is s dot character of 0? S dot character of 0, previously I wrote 1, but it is not 1, it is character 1. Please try to understand. It is character 1. Okay. So I value is 0, I agree. I value is 0. If I value is 0, what is s dot character of 0? S dot character of 0 is character 1. So character 1 will happen. And what's happening here? You are telling character 1 raised to the power 3 you are telling. Okay. Character 1 raised to the power 3. And I have told you operation between character and integer is happening. If operation between character and integer is happening, what will happen here? Typecasting is done. So typecasting here, it will typecast to integer. It will typecast this character to integer. Now don't think typecasting of character 1 will become integer 1. Not like that. ASCII value of character 1 is given. ASCII value of 0 is 48. ASCII value of one character is 49. So what happens actually is 49 to the power 3 will happen. Okay, 49 to the power 3 will happen. That is why we are getting a very big number. Is it clear? Okay, 49 to the power 3 is happening here. Okay, so what is the solution? Okay, that we have to understand. Okay, we have to understand. We have understood the problem, right? We have understood the problem. Why? Because till now I told s dot character of I to the power 3 I have told. But s dot character of I to the power 3, if I tell, that is a character, and character's ASCII value is raised to the power. What I want to happen now, what I should understand is, how do I convert character 1 to integer 1 directly? I have to understand that. How to convert character 1 to integer 1, that I have to understand. Okay. For that, what I will do is, I will halt this program here and I will take a new example. I will take a new program where there I will teach you how to convert character 5 to integer 5, how to convert character 9 to integer 9, how to convert character 3 to integer 3. That we'll see. Okay, because if I learn that, then this is very easy for us. Okay, so only one thing is remaining now. So what I'll do is I'll create a new file. Okay, new Java file. First let me clear this, right? Clear all. Okay, minimize and new Java. I'll give the name as launch. launch. Now I'll save this. So when I save, I'll tell it as launch. File name and class name should be same. Okay. So now let me write here, let me leave it blank. So let me tell there is one character. I'll tell there is a char c, that character value, okay, that character is, let me tell that character is 1, that character is 1. So what I have to do now, I have to convert this character 1 to integer 1. How, so the question is, how do you convert character 1 to integer 1? How do you convert that? Understand one thing, what I have to do is, I have to tell c minus 48. I have to tell c minus 48. Why? What is happening? I'll tell you. Okay. Now what is this 48? Why I have written 48? 48, don't you think it is the base value? It is a starting value of a number character. For example, understand like this. Okay. When your c value is 1, watch here carefully. I'll trace it so that you will understand. Okay. Yes. So what is my c value now? It is character 1. Character 1 minus 48 I am doing. Character 1 minus 48. Now operation between two different types is there. Now compiler will try to typecast it. So what happens here is, here compiler will place one integer like this. So the thing is, you might be thinking now, right? What happens when int of 1 happens? I'll show that to you first. Okay. What I'll show is, I'll show like this, what is the int of character 1? Agree? Yes, I'll try to remove this. Yes. So what is int of character? You will get the ASCII value, as I told you. ASCII value of 0 is 48, ASCII value of 1 is 49, right? So you will get the ASCII value. For example, if I write a, I told you, whenever you write int of a character, you will get its ASCII value. ASCII value of a is 65, and I told you what is ASCII value also in the memory, how it is stored also I told you. So it is 65, right? Now what we are interested, I will undo this. So you got to know that, okay, int of, if you write int of a character, what will happen? Int of a character will get the ASCII value. Fine. So I wrote int of 1 because of this line. Okay, because of this line, see I am writing step by step so that you will understand. Because of this line, int of 1 will become 49 now, because ASCII value of 1 is 49. So 49 minus 48 is done. What is 49 minus 48? Integer 1. We got our integer 1 from the character 1. Let me take one more example. Okay, let me take one more example. So imagine my character was let's say 5, right? Let me take 5 only. Let me take 5. So let me add ASCII value of 0 is 48. ASCII value of 1 is 49. ASCII value of 2, okay, character 2 character is 50. So 51, 3 is 51, 4 is 52, 5 is 53, right? It is 53. Okay. So now what am I telling is, I am telling okay, c minus 48. Okay, it is int of c minus 48. So what happens when you try character 5 minus 48 minus 48? When you try, what will happen? When you try like this, what happens is, compiler will place one integer here. Typecasting will happen. What is int of 5? Int of 5 means ASCII value of 5. ASCII value of 5 is 53. So 53 will come in this position. Minus 48 will be there as it is. Integer minus integer is integer only. So 53 minus 48 is 5. Difference is 5. So as you can notice, from the character 5, I had brought back to integer 5. I hope you have understood. Directly, without any inbuilt method, we have learnt how to convert a character to integer. We just have to tell minus 48. That's it. Minus 48 you have to tell. Simple. Is it clear? Minus 48. Okay. So that's it. Okay. So what I'll do is I'll clear everything. So now I think now you have understood. So if I write here c minus 48, I don't have to tell int. Because by default compiler will only place that int. So whatever number I tell, whatever character I tell, I'll get the integer value of that. So if I compile and execute, watch here, I got 1. I can give any number. I'll give character 6. So I'll get integer 6, right? Yes, definitely. Why? I'll tell you that. Many of you are thinking why. I'll write character 9 here. I'll write character 9. Okay, 09 I had written. So definitely 09 is not a character. Character means it should be exactly one digit. So 9. So 9 minus 48. 9 minus 48 will be, right, it will be 9 only. It will be 9. Answer is 9. So 10 minus 48. Can I do 10 minus 48? No. Because character means it should be only one character. 10, 1 0 is 2 characters. So 2 character is not a character. So please don't write like that. So I hope you have understood that point. So the question is now you have to understand why it is working like that. Why? Because if I show you the actual meaning of that, you will clearly understand. Watch here. Okay. If I write, okay. See, I want to know difference between two dates. So I'll tell, my neighbor came on the, my guest, okay, there is a guest in my house. He came on the 20th January and he went back on the 25th January. Okay, he came on the 20th January. He went back on the 25th January. How many days did he stay in my home? 5 days. How did you do that? 25 minus 20, right? 25 minus 20 you have to do. So 25 minus 20 is 5. So you can tell 5 days he has stayed in your home. Agree? Yeah, same thing like that I am doing here, that is, if someone asks 5 character, right? Now what I am doing is I am subtracting with 48. Now what is this 48? Don't you think this 48 is the ASCII value of 0? Don't you think? Yes, 48 is nothing but ASCII value of 0 is 48. So what am I doing is I am asking from the 0 to the 5, how many difference is there? Agree? That's what I am doing. Okay. So if someone asks convert the ASCII value 9, what I have to do is I have to tell character minus 0 character. So I have to actually ask, this character 9, how much far is it from character 0? Okay, character 9, how much far is it from character 0? When I ask like that, I will get the actual number difference between them. And I want a number difference between them. Yes, so that's why, we are writing 48. 48 is nothing but the ASCII value. Is it clear? I hope you have understood this. Okay, so maybe if I, I will allow you to take the notes of this. Please pause the screen and take the notes. Okay. So I hope it is clear. So instead of writing 0, actually you can write here what? Character 0 only. You can write character 0. Okay, it will work the same. So what you are asking now? Okay, what's happening there? Okay, closing bracket is missing. Okay, I'll remove this character. Okay, and here manual I'll tell the difference between, right? The difference between 4 and 0. So character 4 and character 0. Don't you think difference between them is 4? Yes, anyone can understand this. So if you are not understood, definitely it's not your problem, it's my problem only. So I am sorry if you are not understood. So here, okay, answer is 4 only. Okay. So this we have understood. So we have understood what here, very important point. This is a way to convert character to integer. So write a program to convert what? Char to integer. Okay, char to integer. Yes, please, you can take the notes or you can take the screenshot. But I think screenshot is not allowed. Okay, so you can take the notes. So now I'll go back to my program, right? So here what you understood? Hey, there is a character. I don't want to tell character 1 to the power 3. Character 1 means ASCII 49 to the power 3 will happen. What I have to do? I have to tell this character 1 minus 48. I have to tell minus 48. Okay, character 1 minus 48 I have to tell. Okay, this I have to tell it to the power len. That's it. One thing was missing. Now I have added that one thing. So let's see here. I'll compile, I'll execute. I got the 153 as the answer. Let's check for other number. 8208. 8208. Sorry, 8208. I have written 02. Let's check for 02. If I tell for 02, I got a different answer. As you can see, 4128 I got. That is not my answer. So it's not an Armstrong. If I write 8208, definitely I'll get the same answer. Watch here. Okay, 8208 I got, right? So I hope you have understood. But you should not print 8208. Your task is not to print the 8208. Your task is to print whether a resultant number is same as the original number. Because if the input number n and if your calculated value sum, only if those are same, then you have to print Armstrong number. Okay, so what we can tell now is, I'll cut this from here. I'll tell if n value, the user's input, if it is equal to whatever you have calculated some value, if it is equal, then print something. What you have to print? a print Armstrong, print Armstrong. Okay, yes, yes, very good. Okay, here something is okay. Armstrong, print Armstrong. For this, if there is one else, I'll copy this. So else is there, and in the else, what should I tell? In the else, I have to tell it is not an Armstrong, not an Armstrong. Okay, not an Armstrong. Yes, that's it. So let's calculate. I'll compile, right? I'll execute. Armstrong number it is, and if I write any other number, maybe I'll write 3 here, 838. It is not an Armstrong number. Okay, it is not an Armstrong number. Finish. So I hope you have understood this program, right? Very simple program. Please pause the screen, take the notes of this. So here I don't have to again explain each and everything. What you do is, if you not understood, please watch from the beginning. Okay, fine. I know you have understood till here, but as a programmer, right, I have already taught you. Let me tell you how you have to write in an interview. This is also fine. What you have to do is, you should show them that you have more skills. You should show them that you have the concept, you know the concept of operators and all. Don't think you can use ternary operator here. Yes, so use a ternary operator. Why to write if and else separately here? Okay, what you tell is like this. You tell you have two options. I'll cut it from here. Okay, you have two options. Either print Armstrong number, else. Okay, we have to put colon there, and I have to print not an Armstrong number. So question mark I have to tell. Ternary operator means question mark. So when to print Armstrong number? I'll tell like this. I'll cut it from here, and I'll put that if like this. Okay, and maybe if you are watching this video for the first time, this is called as a ternary operator, and how it works is simple. See, what will happen is, you look at the if condition. If the condition is true, don't you think the first block will execute? If the condition is false, don't you think second block will execute? Yes, else part is the second block. Same thing like that here also. If this condition is true, okay, if this condition is true, the first part will be given to the print method, will be given to the left hand side method. Okay, sorry, yours left is this side. Okay, so your n is equal to sum is given to the left hand side println method. Okay, if the condition is true. If the condition is false, the second part, the else part will execute. So the else part is not an Armstrong number. So not an Armstrong number is given to the println. Is it clear? So if condition is true, the first value Armstrong is given. If the condition is false, the second value not Armstrong is given. Okay, that's it. I'll remove this else. I have already taught ternary operator. So I'll close this. Okay. So this is what you have to write actually, which will be very simple. And I have told you one more thing also. Sum is equal to sum plus something can be rewritten as like this. Sum plus is equal to something. This is also good. Okay, sum plus is equal to something. Okay, and yes, there is no more way where we can reduce this. Okay, there is no other way where we can reduce this. Yes, so this is our program. As you can see, it has reduced now. It has reduced. Okay, fine. So you can take this screenshot also. So understood the concept of Armstrong number. Now don't get confused. There is one more question. That question name is what? That is strong number. Okay, that is strong number. Armstrong number was there. No, Armstrong number was there. Now it's just a strong number. Okay, how to remember this is like this. Okay, see what happens in the strong number I'll tell later. But how to remember Armstrong number? Okay, how to remember Armstrong number? It is like this. Don't you think you are okay? I'll be erasing this. I'll be telling control new. Okay, don't save. Save. Okay. Let's see here. See, don't you think I have to do 1 to the power 3 plus 5 to the power 3 plus 2 to the power 3? Yes. Don't you think what I'm doing is 1 raised to the power 3 I'm doing. Okay. 5 raised to the power 3 I'm doing. 2 raised to the power 3 I'm doing. Can you see this raised to the power? Now, don't you think this we can write it as A only? Yeah, it looks like A, no? That's why if someone tells Armstrong number, what you have to understand? In the Armstrong, there is this symbol. Okay, if there is this symbol, it looks like raised to the power. Yes, so it is something raised to the power something. So that is how you can remember Armstrong number. Because when I also got confusion between Armstrong number and strong number in the beginning of the programming. Okay, so I remembered it in this way, and I told you how to remember anagram and pentagram also. So these kind of tricks are important. Okay, okay. So Armstrong number means something raised to the power something, that what understand. So what is strong number here, right? What is strong number? Let's see. I'll tell, don't save. So I have already asked the Google. I have already asked in the Google that what is strong number. Okay, so strong number is a special number whose sum of factorial of digit. Again, can you see that sum of something is happening? Sum of something, right? So let me go to the paint and let me write is sum is equals to sum plus something is happening, right? Because they are telling. So this is how you have to think in a programming. Okay, how do you write program from the beginning? Is in this way. Next, sum of what? Sum of factorial of digits. Okay, sum of factorial of digit. Okay, so example is if the 145 is a strong number, why? I'll tell you why. So 145 is a strong number. Why? Because 1 factorial plus 4 factorial plus 5 factorial we have to do. Okay, 1 factorial plus 4 factorial plus 5 factorial we have to do here. This is what you have to do. What is 1 factorial? 1 plus 4 factorial, maybe 24. And 4 factorial is, yes, 24, I think, yeah. 24 plus what is 5 factorial? 120. Okay, what is 120 plus 24? 144. 144 plus 1, 145. 145. Don't you think this 145 is same as the given number 145? This is called as a strong number. So what is strong number here? Okay, and how do you remember strong number? Can you see factorial here? Yes. You imagine that factorial is nothing but, you know, a weightlifting, I hope you have seen in the gym, no, that there will be weightlifting, right? And in the weightlifting, can you see that there are 2 circles here? Yes. So that 2 circle means strong. Okay, it is a strong. Simply strong. It is strong means you have to think it is gym. Okay, strong means gym. So this is how you can remember. Okay. So here 1 factorial plus 4 factorial. Okay, what is happening here? Sum of something is happening. So sum of something, right? 1 factorial plus 4 factorial plus 5 factorial. So whenever you hear sum of something, sum is equal to sum plus something, first you write. Then inside that something, don't you think you have to ask 1 factorial, then you have to ask 4 factorial, then you have to ask 5 factorial. Agree? What I'll do is I'll create a method called as fact. I'll create a method called as fact because it will be very easy for me. And how do I write? I'll write like this. Give me the fact of something. Okay, give me the fact of something. This is what I'll ask. So fact is a method which I should be writing, and I have already told you, okay, in many ways I told you how to write your own methods. So today also we will be seeing, don't worry. So fact of something I have to write. Agree? So beginning, what will happen? So definitely, don't you think 1 factorial, 4 factorial, 5 factorial, character by character I have to access. First I have to access only 1 factorial, then I have to access only 4 factorial, then I have to access only 5 factorial. Agree? Which means character by character I have to access, and in that case I have to convert to string only. Is it clear? Because if I convert to string, I can tell s dot character of 0, s dot character of 1, s dot character of 2, character by character I can access. So definitely I have to convert to string. Okay, I have converted to string. Then what? I have to take a character. So when I take the first character 1, that 1 I have to give here. Because when I give the 1, this fact method will give me the factorial of that number. What is 1 factorial? A fact method will give me 1. So that 1 I'll be adding it here. Then what will happen? I'll take the next number 4. When I take the next number 4, what will happen? That 4 is given to this fact method. 4 should be given to the fact method. When I give 4 to the fact method, I have to write a fact method in such a way that when you get the 4, you calculate what is 4 factorial, 24, you give back 24. So 24 will come here, 24 will come here like this. Because fact method's job is simple. It takes a number and it gives you the factorial of that number. That's it. Next you are getting the character 5. This character 5 should be passed here, so that when you pass 5, it will give you the 5 factorial back. Okay? You pass the 5, it will give you 5 factorial back. What is 5 factorial? It will give you 120 back. That's it. Simple. So I hope you have understood here. So let me go to the program. Here only I will write, Here definitely power I am not doing. Yes. I am not doing anything power or something. Yes. So I will tell sum is equals to, okay, sum sum is equal to sum is equal to sum plus something. What is that something? That something is nothing but fact of a number. Okay, fact of a number. I have to tell fact of 1, then I have to tell fact of 4, then I have to tell fact of 5. In that way I have to tell. So first of all, let's imagine I have a number 145. I have converted to string. Now is the length required? No, length is not required. I will remove. Is the sum required? Yes, I have to calculate the intermediate sum. For loop is required. What should I do first? What first I have to do is I have to take the character. Okay, I have to take the character. How do I take the character? S dot char at of I. This is what I will tell. I have taken the character. Okay. Now tell me, should I pass here? Should I pass here s dot char at of I? Should I pass here s dot char at of I? Because if I pass, if I tell 1 factorial, 1 which I am sending, don't think that 1 will go as 49. Agree? That 1 will go as what? 49. Should you find 49 factorial? No, you have to find 1 factorial. That's why what I will do, I will tell character of I minus 48 I will do. Why? Because I am telling, if first what you have to do is you take the character, maybe character 1, that character 1 first you subtract 48, so that you will get integer 1. Right? You want the integer value. You don't want it, because when you tell 4 factorial, you are telling about integer 4 factorial, not character 4 factorial. Because character 4 SQL is 52. Do you want 52 factorial? No. You want 4 factorial. So convert the character 4 to integer 4. And how do you convert a character to integer? By telling minus 48. Okay. And I have converted. What I will tell is, I will tell this as my digit. So let me tell, this is my digit now, individual digit. So I will tell int digit. Okay. So what is an individual digit now? Yes. Watch here. What happens now? Right. Okay. So in that case, I should not write s dot char of I. What I have to tell is, I have to tell digit here. I have to tell digit. Okay. Definitely I should trace it, and I will be tracing it now. So if I tell draw, okay, I will be taking the pen. So here, what is the n value? My n value is 145. String s is equal to empty string plus n. So my s value becomes string 145. Yes, it has become string 145. Then what will happen? Okay, let's see. String 145. Okay, and sum is equal to 0. Yes, I'll write sum is equal to 0, and I'll be taking this color so that I'll write the indexes 0, 1, and 2. And I am making my I as 0, so my I value becomes 0. It will check the condition, is 0 less than, length of the string is 3, is 0 less than 3? Yes. Control will come to the first line here. S dot char of I. What is s dot char of I? Yes, come to the innermost bracket. Okay, yes, control will come here first. I value is 0. What is s dot char of 0? S dot char of 0 is character, not 1, character 1. Character 1 minus 48. So this whole answer will be integer 1. Integer 1, I am showing it in digit. So it is calculating now. What is fact of 1? I will tell what happens now. As soon as you tell fact of 1, control will go to the fact method. Later I will tell that, it will go to the fact method. It will calculate factorial of 1. After calculating it, the factorial of 1, the value is given back to here. Now the 1 is given here. What is the sum value? Sum value is 0. Plus fact method answer is 1. So 0 plus 1 we are storing. Where we are storing? In the sum. So my sum becomes 0 plus 1. Let it be there. Sum becomes 0 plus 1. Okay. So next what happens, right? Okay. Let's see next what happens. So your I plus plus will happen. Your I becomes 1. Is 1, is it less than 3? Yes. So what is s dot char of 1? S dot char of 1 is 4. Okay, 4. What is 4 minus 4? Character 4, sorry, not integer 4, character 4. Character 4 minus 48, so that integer 4, you are showing it in digit. So your digit will become what? Not written, right? Your digit, which was 1, overrides with 4. Your digit is 4. Now you are calculating factorial of that digit. So factorial of 4. So as soon as you call this method, imagine that there is a fact method here. As soon as you call the method, control will come to the fact method. It will calculate factorial of 4. The factorial of 4 is 24. 24 is given back to where it was called from. It was called from this line. It was called from this line. Control will go back here. What will happen when the control go back here? What happens is the answer of fact of 4. What's the answer of fact of 4? 24. 24 is placed here. 24 plus some value. What's the sum value? Sum value is 0 plus 1. So 0 plus 1 is kept here. What is 0 plus 1 plus 24? 0 plus 1 plus 24 is 20. Okay, let's write 25. Where am I? Where I have to store 25? In the sum. My sum will become 25 now. Next, I plus plus I becomes 2. I becomes 2. Is 2 less than 3? Yes. Control will come below. S dot caret of 2 you are telling. What is S dot caret of 2? S dot caret of 2 is 5. So character 5 minus 48 integer 5. Integer 5 given to digit. That integer 5 is calculated the factorial. So fact of 5 is done. Fact of 5, control will come to the fact method. It will calculate fact of 5. Fact of 5 is 120. 120 is added, right? 120 is added to the previous value of sum. 120 plus some value. What is the latest value of sum? Latest value of sum is 25. So 120 plus 25 is done. That is 125. 125 is stored in sum. So my sum becomes 125. What is that? 145. Okay. And after this, my for loop will end. So I hope you have understood here. Simple, right? Simple, very simple. So I just have to write definitely one thing, that is here it is not Armstrong, so it is strong, and this side it is not strong. Okay, fine. So I have to write a fact method. So the question is, how do I write a fact method? Where should I write a fact method? See, whenever you write a method, it should be outside another method. I can write before the main method, I can write after the main method. Let me write before the main method. What is the method name? As you can see, method name is FACT. Okay, whatever you have written here, same thing you have to write there also. If everything is in lowercase, there also everything should be in lowercase. So method name is fact. Method name is fact. So is this method, is it accepting anything? Yes. Don't you think for this method you are passing one integer type value? Yes. What I'll tell is, whatever you have passed here, number, you collect it in one variable. What's the variable name? Let me tell, collect it in a variable n. I have told, collect it in a variable n. Okay, fine. Now tell me, don't you think now this fact is a method? Fact is a method. And I have told you that whenever you are writing variable for the first time, you have to declare that variable. Okay, when you are telling variable for the first time, you have to declare that variable. You have to tell there is a variable called as n, that is of the integer type. You have to tell, because when you declare the variable, then only compiler will understand, okay, there is a variable called as n. Please don't think, hey, n is already there here, why you have to declare again? See, that n is a local variable for the main method. This n is a local variable for the fact method. Those two are different method in the same class. So this is a separate n, that is a separate n. Okay, so this is called as a scoping. I have already discussed about this also. So this n is coming for the first time in this method. So I have to declare this variable. How do I declare? I have to just tell what type that variable is. So now what happens? Whatever number you pass from here, you are receiving it in which variable? N. Question you have to ask, is this n coming for the first time or second time? First time. When your variable is coming for the first time, you have to declare that variable like this. Done. So let's complete the method signature. So what I have to tell is this method, right? You are passing a number. Are you expecting anything from that, or are you simply passing it? Don't think I am expecting an answer from it. When I pass 5, I want that to give me 5 factorial. So I am expecting something. So what type you are expecting? Are you expecting a boolean value to go? No. Are you expecting a string value to go? No. Don't you think when you pass 5, you want 125, which is an integer, 120, which is an integer? Yes. When you pass 3, you want 3 factorial, that is 6, which is an integer. So what you are expecting back is an integer, right? That's why here you have to tell, you have to fact method. This is called as a return type. This is called as a return type. What that method should return. Okay. So return type int. And one more thing I have told you, that you have to write static, right? You have to write static. Why, how, and all I have told you very clearly. Now is not the time to explain again. Okay. So I have written static. Method signature is done. So I have to write now, okay, when you get one n, you have to find a factorial of that. So how to do that? I have already done this in the class. Remember big integer concept I taught you? That day I told you sum is equal to sum plus something. Yes. How you do sum is equal to sum plus something? Same way like that, I have to do mul is equal to mul into something. Right? So what I have to do is I have to create one integer called as mul. Okay? Mul I will tell. Mul. Okay. Mul is equals to, initially my mul has to be 1. Multiplication has to be 1. Sum should be 0 because 0 plus anything is 0. 0 plus anything is that anything only. In multiplication, if I tell 0 into anything, everything becomes 0 only. So for multiplication, you should not write 0, you have to write 1. Okay. So here, let me write a for loop. In that for loop, we already know this simple program. Int I should start from 1. Okay. And I is less than or equals to n. It should go equals to n. And I plus plus. Okay. And here I have to tell mul is equals to, okay, mul is equals to mul into I. Mul is equal to mul into I. And I already taught you that this can be shortly written like this. Yes, it can be written like this. Mul into is equals to I. Because when I expand this, it is same as mul is equals to mul into I. That short formally we can write like this. So what I have to do at the end? Whatever you have multiplication result, you return that I have to tell. That's it, right? So I write a for loop which will calculate the multiplication. At the end, I have to tell return that answer to whoever called it. That's it. So I'll compile and I'll execute. This is our program for strong number or not a strong number. Simple. So it is a strong number. 145 is a strong number. Is it clear? So what are the other strong numbers? Let's see. So they are telling 405. Yes, let me copy this number and let me go here and let me paste it. Let's check whether this is a strong number or not. Okay, let's see here. So I have compiled and when I execute, it's a strong number. Yes, we can see. And if I change something to maybe 5, right? Is it a strong number? Maybe. I don't know. Let's see. Not a strong number. So I hope it is very clear. So what I want to do is I want you to take this screenshot. Okay. Sorry, you can't take the screenshot. Pause the screen. Write down the notes. And about fact method also. So simple program, right? Yes, programming is easy. You just have to understand what logic you have to use, how to approach it. I think many of you will be feeling this problem when you read a question. You don't know how to approach, right? And how to approach is in this way only. You have to understand that sum is equal to something, that logic. So each and everything is very important. So everything you have to understand. So Armstrong number and strong number is over. Okay. Now next, see. Now the question is, did I use inbuilt method? Did I use inbuilt method? The question is actually, okay, it is not a straight answer. Okay, because see, if someone asks you reverse a string without inbuilt method, it is not possible at all in Java. Okay, in Java it is not possible, because if you want to, if you are talking about strings, if you want to reverse, don't you think you have to take the length of a string? How do you take length? S dot length. You want to take a character, how do you take a character? S dot character of I. So you are using inbuilt method there. Okay, so now they have stopped asking the question like we don't use inbuilt method, for which they will ask, definitely if you are doing a small program, they will not allow you to write inbuilt method. But if you are solving a hackering problem, there you can write whatever you want. No one will restrict for bigger problems. But if someone is asking a smaller problem, see, I have told you the inbuilt method in which you can, if integer is given, if decimal value is given, okay, hexadecimal value output you will get, decimal value is given, octal value you will get, right? I have taught inbuilt method. Yes, but there is high chances that they will ask that without using inbuilt method. How to convert decimal to octal without inbuilt method? There is high chances. Why? Because that's a small program. For that small program also, if you write inbuilt method, then where is your logic, right? So that is why in the future classes I will be telling you that how to convert without using inbuilt method. Okay, but before that you should be able to do. Don't wait for me. Okay, why I'm doing at the end? Because in that logical thinking is important, and you should be able to do that on your own. Okay, but definitely before the course ends, definitely I'll be doing that also. Okay. Okay, so Armstrong number, strong number is over. Okay, next we'll see another question. So this question, okay, this question, I don't remember which interview it was, but I have seen it asked multiple times. So question goes like this. Question goes like this. I'll clear this. Don't save. Okay. One number will be given to us. One number will be given, n value. Okay. Int n value is, okay, what's our n value? Let's say 805. 805. Our n value is 805. This is our input. Okay. One more thing. Okay. Sorry. One more thing. I have to go to the program. Here, watch here. That, can you see that n value? I am writing this on my own. I am writing this on my own. But I want the user to enter. Okay, I want the user to enter. In that case, what you have to do? If you want user to enter, what you want to enter? Should he enter string? No. Should he enter a boolean value? No. He should enter one integer. If he has to enter one integer, the method name I have to tell next int, right? Because I am telling, I have to ask the user, give me the integer. If you want to take input, you have to use next int method. And I told you, method is present inside a object. Agree or not? Method is present inside a object. Yes. For example, if you want heart to beat, yes, if you want heart to beat, that beat is a method. Don't you think first the object, the person should be there? I should be present. Yes. You have to understand, if the object is there, then only the methods can be there. Is it clear? If I am there, then only I have liver, I have kidney, I have heart. Agree or not? So your Java is also same way. So if you want to call a method, first object should be there. Okay, simple. So here next int method is inside something called a scan. I'll tell something is called a scan. So I'm telling, go to the scan person, okay, then give me the next int. Like that you have to tell. You have to tell, go inside Dheeraj person and give me the heart you are telling. Same thing like that here. I'm telling, go inside the scan object, give me the next int method. That's it. And what is scan object? I have to tell, hey, I need a new memory. Why? Because I want to store the scanner class, and I have already discussed this, so let me not waste the time here. I'll tell, give this new object, whatever you created, new object, give to the variable called a scan. Of what type? Scanner type. That's it. Scanner scanning scanner system.in. And yes, I'll compile, but when I compile, what will happen? Let's see. Right? It will tell cannot find symbol. Why? Because I already told you, by default it will import only java.lang package. Your scanner is not present in java.lang package, so I have to import it. Import java.util.scanner. I have to import like this. Then I will execute. I got, so now as you can see, when I execute, don't think cursor is simply waiting there. Cursor is waiting. So I don't know why it is waiting. I forgot, because I wrote the program, I compiled, by that time I forgot. So I have to properly display one message. Why the compiler is waiting? Why it is waiting? Because I have to enter one number. Yes, so print that appropriate message, right? So before asking for the number, right? Before asking for the number, so in this position I am asking for the number. Here I'll tell system.out.println. Okay, I'll tell println. What you have to print? I'll tell first you display, a user, a user. What means enter, okay, a number, enter a number. Why? To check for, okay, to check for strong number, to check for strong or not. That's it, to check for strong. Simply I'll write in the short form. So I'll compile now, no problem. When I execute, now don't you think I got one message? A user, enter a number. Why? To check for a strong number. So I'll enter 145. It'll tell, yes, 145 is a strong number, right? So I hope you know by now I should not tell you how to take input from the user, but even though let me allow you to take notes of this if you want. So okay, fine. How to take input is done. Same thing I have to give it for Armstrong also. I have not done that, but Armstrong also same thing you have to tell. Okay, so next we'll go for the next program, right? Okay. So what's the next program is? Let me imagine that the input number is 805. If the input number is 805, what we have to print, our output should be 808. Our output should be 808. Now I'll tell you what happens, okay? In the interview, okay, they will not give you how it is and why it is. They'll just tell, this is one of the test case. The first test case, okay, the input in the first test case, input is 805, the output is 808. Okay, this is the first test case. They will give only this much. They will not tell you how. You should be you should think logically, and you have to tell, you have to decide how it is like this. Once you understand how it is like that, then only you can go for programming part. Okay, yes. So let's see here what I have to do next. Second test case they will give. So they'll give second test case. Maybe I'll tell 128. 128 I will write. This is my input. Okay, what is my output? My output will be 131. This is my output. Second test case. I hope you are able to see something. Okay, next, I think by now 50% already understood what is happening, but 50%, maybe they are not understanding what's happening. So let me give one more input. Input is 123. Input is 123. My output should be what? 131 only. Okay, 131 only. Okay, next. Let me write the fourth test case. Okay, in the fourth test case, the input is 120. The output is 121. This is my output. Okay, next, my input is, okay, 9, let's say 100. Let's say 100. My output will be, okay, 101. My output will be 101. Okay, 101. So here next, I'll write here something. My input is 808, and my output should be 818. My output should be 818. Is it clear? So what is happening? I'll tell you. Watch here carefully. So what is happening here is, when you enter a number, any number someone enters, you have to print the palindrome number. You have to print a palindrome number. So what are palindrome numbers? 80 or 80 is a palindrome number, because palindrome means if you reverse it, it will be the same as the original. So 808, if you reverse, it is 808. So 808 is a palindrome. 818, if you reverse, it is 818. So it is also palindrome. 828, if you reverse, it is also palindrome. But out of all these palindromes, which is a smaller palindrome? 808 is a smaller palindrome. So that is why that is the answer. Okay. So next, let's see 128. Okay, or let's see 123 now. 123 we'll see. If I have 123, okay, this is my input. N value is 123. What and all the palindromes which are near to this? 121 is a palindrome. Agree? Yes. Then 131 is a palindrome. 141 is a palindrome. But see, 121 I can't consider, because the question now I am completing it. You have to find a palindrome, but that palindrome should be greater than the given number. Is this palindrome 121? Is this greater than the given number 123? No. 121 is not greater than 123, right? Yes. So you can't go backwards. From 123, you can't go less. You have to go more only. You have to go above. Above the number 123, you have to find the palindrome number. So definitely this is not the answer. Now out of this, above 123, 131 is a palindrome. Above 123, 141 is also a palindrome. But out of these two numbers, which is the smallest number? 131 is the smallest number. Okay. So first, whatever you find, that is your answer. Okay. First palindrome, whatever you find, that is your answer. Done. So I hope you have understood. So I know some of you have confusion here, right? 808. See, if the input is 808, 808 by default is a palindrome number only. By default is a palindrome number. That is why the question is like this. Okay, the question is, you have to find a palindrome number which is greater than the given number. If I tell 808 is a palindrome, but is it greater than given number? No, it is greater than or equals to given number, right? It is greater than or equals to given number. I don't want equals to, I want pure greater than the given number. If I tell pure greater than the given number, there is only one option left, that is 818. Is it clear? 818. So if the input is 9999, see 999 is a palindrome, but the next palindrome number will be 10001. 10,001 will be the next palindrome number. Is it clear? Yes. So by now I hope you have understood what is the input and how we have to print the output. You have understood the test case. Now once you understood the test case, then you can go for programming. So I will allow you to take these notes. Okay, take these notes. Okay. So let's write a program. So don't you think, watch here carefully, if I give 808, or let's say if I give 123, should I go back 122, 121, 120? Should I check palindrome? before that number or after the number? After the number. If I have to go after the number, what I have to do is 123. I have to check whether 123 is palindrome or not. 123 is not palindrome. Then what should I do? I have to check whether 124 is palindrome or not. So I have to do something like this. Okay. If the n value is 123, what I have to check is, okay, n value is 123. So I have to check, okay, whether 123 is it a palindrome? No. Is 124 a palindrome? No. 125 a palindrome? No. 126 a palindrome? No. I have to keep on searching, right? 127, is it a palindrome? No. 128, is it a palindrome? No. 129, is it a palindrome? No. 130, is it a palindrome? No. When I ask for 131, is it a palindrome? Yes. So when the first time when it tells yes, immediately I have to tell stop the for loop. Agree or not? As soon as I get the answer, immediately I have to tell stop the for loop. And how do you stop the for loop? By the break statement. Okay, I have explained about break and continue in very depth. So break I have to tell. I hope it is clear. But the question is, see, you should not start from 123. You should not start from 123. You have to start from 124. You have to start from 124. Why? Let me give this example. Because imagine the n value is 808. N value is 808. Okay. So tell me, should I start from is 808 a palindrome? No. Because if I start from is 808 a palindrome, yes, 808 is a palindrome. Because if I tell yes, don't you think first answer I have to print? But should I print first answer? No. That's why what I have to do? Yes, from the given number I should not start. I have to increment the number. From the 809 I have to start. Okay. So I have to start from 809. One more than the given number. I have to start from 809. Is 808 a palindrome? No. Is 810 palindrome? No. Is 811 palindrome? No. Is 812 palindrome? No. Is 813 palindrome? No. 814? No. 815? No. 816? No. 817? No. But is 818 a palindrome? Yes. For the first time it is telling yes. Immediately I have to print this number and I have to, yes, that's it. I have to print that 818 as an answer. Is it clear? So don't you think what I am doing is very simple? Don't you think I have to use a for loop here? Yes, I have to definitely use a for loop. Is it clear? So watch here when I write the for loop, how I am writing. So I'll write a for loop, right? My I should start from, tell me, the n value is 123. Okay, should I start from 123 or should I start from 123 plus 1? I should start from 123 plus 1. If my n value is 808, should I give the 808 to I, or should I give 808 plus 1 to I? Yes, I have to tell 808, add 1, that becomes 809. From there you have to loop, I have to tell. Don't you think I have to use a loop here? Because I is incrementing. Can you see? And I told you, whenever something is incrementing, use a for loop. So I value I will start from there. I value I will start from there. So I have written there. Don't you think I plus plus should happen? Yes, I'll tell I plus plus. I'll tell I plus plus. But what condition I have to write? What condition I have to write? Tell me, do you know that till where you have to go? You don't know, right? Because if some number is given, I don't know till what number he has to reach so that he will get a palindrome number. I don't know till what number he has to reach. Agree or not? Yes. So that's why I'll tell infinitely, infinite for loop I will tell. And how do you tell infinite for loop? You can leave the condition as empty. Condition check, you leave empty. It will become an infinite loop. So if I go to the program, right? Watch here. I will close this. Yes. Simple program. Okay. You have to think in a very simple way. Don't get complicated. So don't make it complicated. Simple. Watch here. So that is class. Okay. So let's imagine I have an n value. I have an int n is equals to 808. Okay. What should I do? First I have to tell a for loop where int I should start from whatever n value is there plus 1. Okay. N value plus 1. But each and every time I plus plus should happen. Yes. 809, 810, 811, I plus plus should happen. What condition? Okay. I'm sorry. Okay. Should I write any condition here? No. Okay. I should not write any condition. Because if I leave this condition as empty, I told you it's an infinite loop. If you have confusion, you can write true. Okay, if you write true, what will happen? It's an infinite loop. Yes, it's an infinite loop. You can write true or you can leave it as empty, which is same. What should I do now? Right? I have to do nothing but ask one question. What I have to ask one question? Whatever number I have, tell me which variable is varying, which variable is changing. Is my n value changing? n value is not at all changing. N value is fixed 808 only, but I variable is changing every time. Your I variable will become 810, your I variable will become 811, your I variable will become 812, your I variable will become 813. So I have to check whether this I variable is palindrome or not. Agree or not? What I have to check? I have to check whether this I variable is it a palindrome or not. Okay, I have to check is this I variable, is this a palindrome or not. So I variable I have to check is it palindrome or not. So what I have to tell is like this. Okay, hey, if I have to check, what I have to check? Hey, is pal is my method which I am going to create. Okay, this is the gift. This is the gift. If you find, if you know how to create methods, this will be a gift for you. Because if you know how to create method, then only you can do programming without any effort. Okay, as you can see, I am not worried how will I check whether to check a number palindrome or not. I am just using the logic here. I am thinking like this, somehow I will calculate whether a number is palindrome or not. Somehow I will do later. But now let me complete the main method. So that my main method looks small and complete. Okay, so what should I check? How to check? Okay, is the I variable. Okay, what I have to check? I have to check is the I variable. Okay, is that I variable which is changing. N variable is not changing, but I variable is changing. 809, 810, 811. Is that 809? Is it a palindrome or not? I am checking. If it is palindrome, ESPAL will tell true. Yes, it is palindrome. If it is not a palindrome, ESPAL will tell false. Simple. This much only. Did I write ESPAL method? No. We'll write it later. So that is the benefit of writing the methods. Okay, that's the benefit of writing. Your program will look very easy and small. So let's see here. What I'll do is I'll bring back the paint and let me minimize this. Yeah. So let's see what happens now. Your I value is 124. So that 124 I value is given here. You will check, is 124 a palindrome? No means false. False means your if condition will not execute. Here what should I tell? Here I have to tell system.out.println. I will print something. What I will print? I will print the I value. As soon as I print the I value, I have to tell break. Now let me trace and tell you what is happening here. Right? How many times this I will execute? How many times this print statement will execute? It will execute only once. How? Why? Because when the control comes below, you have println I. But as soon as you print something, what is happening here? You are telling break. Which means if you tell break, what will happen? If you tell break, control will come out of the loop. When the control comes out of the loop, that is end of your program. So if you print once, that's it. So when you are printing, watch here, you are printing I if that I is a palindrome. Simple, right? So when you are printing I when that I is a palindrome. So if I look at here, is 124 a palindrome? No means if of false will happen. If of false means if will not execute. Is 125 palindrome? No. 126 palindrome? No. 127, 128, 129, 130. Or is 131 a palindrome? Yes. See, 131 is a palindrome. What's my I value? My I value is 131. Okay. Is 131 a palindrome? Yes. Yes means what is happening here? I am printing that I value. What's the I value? 131 is printed. After, as soon as I print 131, I am telling break. Break means what will happen? Control will now come out of the for loop. When the control comes out of the for loop, is there anything else written in the program? No, that's it. So we got our answer. Okay, but for 808, 818 is the answer. So I just give an example for 123 there. Okay, that's it. I hope it is clear. Now what I have to do is I have to write a ESPAL method. Okay, so where you have to write? You should not write after the for loop. Don't write after the for loop. Outside the public static void main, you have to write. There is a method called as ESPAL. Don't make this P as lowercase, please. Why? Because I told you whatever you write here uppercase means this also should be in uppercase only. ESPAL. This method you have to think now. Is it accepting anything? Yes. Don't you think it is accepting one integer type variable? Yes. You have to tell, hey, whatever you are passing from there, let me store it in a variable n. Is this n coming for the first time or second time in this method? N is coming for the first time, so declare that variable int n. Okay. So I have to tell, okay, ESPAL method, it will accept an integer. what it should return? It should tell me yes or no. It should tell me true or false every time, because that true or false I have to give it inside the if condition. And inside the if, I already told you, inside the if always boolean value should be there. So espal method should tell me whether something is palindrome or not a palindrome. Means for humans it is palindrome or not a palindrome. In program it is called as true or false. Yes and no in programming is true and false. So you should give me a value of true and false. You pass a number 515, palindrome, you should tell true. You pass number 112, is it a palindrome? No, it should tell false. So you should give me a boolean value. So return type I would write here, return type is boolean. Okay, return type is boolean. Return type is boolean. Okay, return type is boolean. And I told you, write static here. Okay. So now let's see, how do I check whether a given number, is palindrome or not? You know how to check whether a string is a palindrome? Yes. So what's the problem? Convert the number to string, you got your answer. So what you have to do now, watch here, I'll tell string yes, because now how to check number palindrome we don't know, but we know how to convert a string, how to check whether a string is palindrome or not. So let's convert this number to string. String yes is equals to empty string plus n. This is the way to convert a number to a string. As soon as you convert to a string, what you want to happen? You want a string to be reversed. You want a string to be reversed so that you can compare. How do you reverse a string? By telling the inbuilt method yes dot reverse, right? You have to call an inbuilt method yes dot reverse. But as I told you, you have to see this method is present in which class. This method is present in string buffer class. Is it clear? So if for example like this, tell me, do I have a wings here? No, I don't have a wings, right? So can you tell, hey, from Dheeraj, give me wings, can you tell? You can't tell from Dheeraj, give me wings, because wings is not there in the Dheeraj, agree or not? Then what you have to tell? You have to think, a wings is present in which object you have to think? Wings is present in bird class, right? Wings are present in the bird class. So you have to tell, from the bird, give me a wing, you have to tell. Yes, that is why in the same case here also, you want one method. How you wanted wings, same like you want one method called as reverse. Reverse method is not there in string class. Then the question is, it is present in which class? It is present in string buffer class. So to create object of that first. Okay. Can you tell from the bird give me a wing? You have to be specific, right? From which bird you want? From eagle do you want a wing? Or from a crow do you want a wing? From peacock do you want a wing? So to mention specifically, so what I have to do is I have to create an object first. So what I will tell is like this. Okay. I will be telling string buffer SB is equals to new string buffer. Okay. Just a minute. So I have to create a string buffer object. Now for what purpose I am creating? To reverse a string, because reverse a string is possible in string buffer, not in a string. So if you want to reverse a string, which string you want to reverse? The string yes I want to reverse. So that yes I have to give it in the constructor like this. Means when the string buffer is created, I am giving the what purpose you are created. Okay. For what purpose string buffer is created? The purpose of string buffer is to reverse the string. Which string? Yes. So that's why I am giving the yes there. I am giving the purpose of its creation. Then I have SB. What should I do with the SB? I have to reverse the SB. How do I reverse? I will tell SB. Okay. Here there is a problem. Okay. SB dot reverse. Okay. I will tell SB dot SB dot reverse. Okay. SB dot reverse I will tell. And as soon as I will reverse, it will reverse. And here the concept of mutable and immutable comes, which I already discussed. Your SB is immutable. Then what you have to tell? You have to now compare. Okay, there is a string yes, and there is a SB which is reversed. There is SB which is reversed. You have to compare the original string yes, and you have to compare the reverse string. You have to compare them. So how do you compare two strings? Equals method. There is equals method. So to tell, hey, if your string yes, if it is equals to what? If it is equals to SB. If your S is equals to SB, means the original string and the reverse of a string that is in the SB, if it is equal, then what should I tell? I have to tell return true, right? Return true I have to tell. For this, if there is one else, right? In the else part I will tell return false. Simple. Okay, simple, I'll tell. And I want you to understand, see, you told SB dot reverse, no? But did I write SB dot reverse here? No, because the reverse is applied for SB. Okay, when you reverse a string, it is applied everywhere. So if I tell SB, actually it is a reverse of a string only. Okay, fine. So I'm telling, if S is equal to SB, return true, else return false. But is it correct or is it wrong? Pause the screen and think. Pause the screen. You have pause, you should pause the screen and you have to think. What did I tell in the previous classes? Can you write like this? No. I told you, if you want to compare the values, there is a rule. What is that rule? If you want to compare the values, the left side has to be a string and the right side also has to be a string. But is right side, is it a string or string buffer? It is a string buffer. How do you convert string buffer to string? Empty string plus SP. Okay, that is a rule if you want to compare the values. So that's it. I'll compile and I'll execute. Let's hope to get the proper answer. Compile, I'll execute. 818 I got 818. I hope you have understood. You take any other number, you take 999, right? You take 999. What? 1001 is our next immediate palindrome number. 1001, we got the answer. Okay, 123, you enter 123. 131 is your answer. So simple program, I hope you have understood here. 131. Okay, so what you do is you can take notes of this. You can take notes. Okay, so about eSpal method also. Okay, so that's it for today's class. I hope you have understood all this topic. So it is 1 hour 43 minutes today. So tomorrow is, I think, day 33. Okay, and tomorrow definitely we'll be seeing more things. Okay, there is a collection concept which you have to do, and based on this collection problem we'll be solving a lot of HackerRank problems, and there's a lot of things to learn. And what I believe is, definitely those who have watched all these videos without leaving any point, without leaving any stones unturned, definitely you will be able to get the logics. Okay, you'll be understanding definitely. But the thing is, maybe you have to practice a little more. Okay, please practice, understand these topics. If you find these topics, what are programs you have done, what I am teaching is you are understanding that, then maybe you can share it to your friends, so that those who are fearing programming can love program also. Okay, so I wish you have a great day. Yes, thank you for watching this video.